Hello, good evening, and welcome to today's edition of Marriage Talk. Last edition, we talked on the topic. Is it good to marry early? If yes, why? If no, why? You give reasons to your answers. And so we talked a lot. It was interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. We are continuing, and today I have with me here two gentlemen and one lady who are going to help us, discuss this topic. And so I will introduce them to you for you to know them and know who they are. On my right is Mr. Ishmael Kwashi. He is a young couple. In fact, he married not too long, about 3 years ago, and he's there to tell us more about it. I know, I don't know, maybe he will go for I don't know what is in mind. And then on my left also, I have Mr. Donko. Mr. Donko, in the last edition, yes, he came out with very nice, suggestions, and we really enjoyed it. I hope today too is going to, give it to us, and we are ready to listen to him, Dr. John Donko. And I have with me here also Miss Nad Odale. Yes, now Odale Wellington. Yes, Odale Wellington. Mama, Miss Odale Wellington, she too, she said, in fact, you wait and see, you hear. She has a lot to tell us. Yes, so without me wasting much time, we'll roll on. And so I'll quickly ask Mr. Ishmael. Ishmael, this topic that we are discussing, what's your take?
I so first of all, I would say that I don't have a yes answer. I don't have a no answer because, but I'll take it from the perspective of a Christian, and as a Christian, we should know that marriage is something that is ordained by God. So before you even start planning, or before you even begin to say that you are going to date someone or you are entering into a marriage, I think it is very important to seek the mind of God first.
Okay.
Yes. So it is not here nor there whether you marry early or late. I think it is very important rather to marry well than to marry early or late.
Marry
Well,
well.
exactly.
Okay.
So I'm saying you should marry well because uh, there are some marriages that you enter into that the husband is going to disturb your life. You are not going to have peace in your marriage.
You are not going to have
So
peace in the
whether
marriage.
you entered into the marriage early or you entered into the marriage late, the fact that you are not going to have peace, I think it is not worth it. So, I think the important thing I would say is that it is important to a good wife, to get a good husband. If you are fortunate and at a very early age, you get someone who understands your vision, understands your mission in life. It is important to understand yourself first. Because if you don't understand yourself, no matter the time you enter into marriage, I don't think you are going to make any of the parties good.
Or any of the parties good, any of
Exactly.
the parties. So,
Yes.
John Donko, this one, he's a married man, oh, and this is his view. This is what he's telling us. And you too, you are a single man.
Okay, thank you, mommy. I know my brother very well,
Mm-hmm.
and he's somebody we look up to.
Oh, I
So,
see.
brother Ishmael, kudos. Um, for me, last session I made my stand clear to everyone because as I said, marriage is not an excursion. It is not a place that you say I am going and then I'll come back home and relax. So I think don't rush. Take your time. And as my brother said, as Christians, last session we talk of experience, gather experience. Gathering experience as our background allow us to be. It's not, excuse me to say, do things that doesn't glorify God. Gather experience, take your time, know people, and establish the fact that this is the person who has the same vision as mine.
Mm.
And to establish that vision, you don't have to rush. So for me, I still stand by the fact that don't rush. Take your time. From your 30s, and if God being so good, at that time you have gathered that experience, you can settle. I believe, yeah.
You can send. Odale Wellington. Welly. What's your take?
Okay, so I think that I would agree with Bra Ishmael and then Bra John. To me, whether or not to marry early is it's a subjective question. It's not a yes or no question for me.
I see.
Yeah, so just like he was saying, you have to marry well. But if you are saying that someone should marry, what is marry early? What is the age for early, actually? So I think that a couple of research that I did said that anybody that marries below the age of 25 is early. But whether your marriage will succeed or fail, it's not dependent on the age you marry. I think it's how you go in. You can't. We can have a 40-year-old who has the mind of a 6-year-old. And we can have a 22-year-old who has the mind of a 70-year-old. So we have a 40-year-old man who gets married today and 6 months later he's divorcing. We have someone who got married at the age of 18. I mean, our great-grandparents got married very early, but they are still in their marriages. They are celebrating 50 years. So I think that it depends on the individual. So if you are getting married at 23, at 24, are you ready? Have you been able to take care of yourself? Are you ready to now come and tell, oh, honey, what will you eat? How many times do you cook when you are on your own? Are you ready? You need to know if you are ready for this. Are you ready? Because I'm not married, but the people that I've seen married, it's not a small journey. So are you ready? And being ready is not how old you are. You can be 22 and you'll be ready. You can be 80 years and you are not ready. So I think that it depends on maturity. Are you financially stable to marry? Because things are not easy like we are seeing today. Because okay.
I agree with my sister, but I just want to disagree on one point that she gave.
Okay.
I agreed with her 80% on most of the things she said. But she just make a reference to our old fathers, who some has married 18 years at the age of 18. You see, in the olden days, the way they live their life and the things that govern them is far different from today. I tell you, in our age now, unless Obia ne mami and ne parent Abo Brahman, but 18 Abo Brahman like yeah, everything is there for her just to enter into marriage. Okay. But in our age and this current dispensation, 18 years, mommy also, I tell you, it will be going to be difficult for you if you have not gathered that kind of maturity, as we said. You can be 18 and be mature, though, but to sustain the marriage, it's going to be difficult.
It's going to be difficult. But you see,
so for me, I don't believe that you should marry 18 years.
Like, so you don't believe that we should marry?
No, don't rush 18 years.
And this we warrant.
Okay, ma'am, Brajon.
Okay, so Isha want to.
Yeah. Brajon.
Yeah.
Someone's decision to marry at 18 is not your problem. Not at all. If I decide I'm going to marry at 18, it shouldn't be your headache. If I invite you, come. If you don't want to come, that's fine. But I am ready. The person feels they are ready. What society think is not what is on the table. If she's 18, you say, okay, I've done everything, right now I'm ready to get married. That is nobody's business. So, like I said, it's dependent on the person. You have to make the decision. Your parents can tell you, marry at 18. If you think you cannot marry at 18, do not marry at 18. But if they say, wait, you are too young, people run away all the time to get married because you are telling them they are too young. They feel they are ready. Marriage is a decision someone has to make by themselves. So if I'm marrying at 18, you have no right to tell me I am too young.
Yes, we agree. But Ishmael also, I think, wants
Well,
to.
I think that age, like we are saying, we should not peg it at okay, 18 you are good to marry, 20 you are good to marry. You see, it's about maturity.
Yeah.
Because and when I say maturity, have you identified who you are?
Okay.
You need to know yourself before you can live with someone else.
Okay.
Because if you don't know yourself, you can't live with someone.
Yeah.
And Rajan is saying 18 is too early, but I know people who are, you see, maturity again is the fact that you are able to speak to situations objectively.
Okay.
So if you are that person that at 18 years you are objective with your views, you are, I know friends and myself growing up, I lived with people who were like, my cliques were people who were matured. So these were people who were already in marriage, and like Bible says, iron
So
sharp, iron,
that
iron
pushed
sharpeneth
you
iron.
to marry.
No, not that pushed me. So like, as you are rolling with them, there are some wisdom that you pick from them.
Okay.
There are some knowledge you pick from them.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not saying that the young people or your colleagues, you can't pick wisdom from them, but they are already there.
Yeah.
So if I'm moving with people that are in a business sector, and at age 18, I want to enter into the business. Already I've gained experience from the kind of people I'm moving with. So I'm already matured for the business world. So all I'm saying is that it should be an issue of you being matured and ready for age. But with my experience in marriage, I think I will not say you should marry early, but if you are ready and you have the opportunity, marriage is a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Marriage is a nice, it's a wonderful thing.
Mouth.
Because even Bible itself says that, you see, he that finds a wife
Yeah,
finds a
find
good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So if the wife I'm finding is a good thing and I'll obtain favor from the Lord, why is it that I want to wait when I'm 30 years that, when the wife comes, let me begin from this, and then the favor comes. You see, I can tell you for
Let me
the
begin
truth.
from 18.
I can tell you the fact that the kind of blessings I've received, and women are vessels through which God can bless us.
Wow.
So I'm not saying that we should rush into marriage, but the underlying factor here I'm saying is a good woman,
A good woman
someone
and a good
who
husband.
and a good husband, exactly.
Yeah.
So especially for me, I know my calling in life. So I think first thing we also should look at is, do you know your purpose in life? If I'm called to become a man of God, and then I need to start my ministry early, I need to settle early so that I will not be having issues when I'm having my all these women will be coming to pass in front of me, like,
And then you become confused.
exactly. And sometimes when it gets to that point, people don't come to you because of what you carry. They come to you because of and like what the money you have, the kind of fame you have. So when you say that you want to get all the money, you want to get all the things, the houses and everything before you enter into marriage, I think you might be not you might not really pick. It's subjective. You might not really pick the right person, because the people that come to you at that point are coming not necessarily because they want to help you, not necessarily because they want to be with you as a husband and work destiny with you, but maybe because of what you have. So when you get the chance, I would state again, marry early.
Marry early. So,
marry early.
like, I want to ask that. So, let's say Ishmael made a point that, like, if you want to wait till you get everything, money and everything, before you marry, you'll be confused and all that. Like, sometimes somebody says, I want to get a good job. I want to get money. I want to finish my building. I want to take care of my mom and dad. I want to settle everything before I marry. And by the time you settle all of them, You are about, let's say, 35, 40, thereabout. Now you are going to marry. And you think it's the best idea?
Thank you, Mami Osofo. You see, I will take myself as an example.
Okay,
Yeah, made them home. You know, some of us, where we come from,
Okay.
you know, we are so fortunate. The education here, the TV and the things are giving us that, you know, upper hand. So we are able to get the ideas of what my brother is saying and all that. But realistically, I mean, also, your villages, I mean, growing up, all we know is that Bomodin go school. Now we are university. Then you juma papa ye. Now when you papa.
Oh, okay.
You see, so in our villages, even the kind of education you received, in your mind, for you, that thing is not, unless you are not a Christian, unless Okobo born in a teenage pregnancy. But you'll be a Opesa Obobra, now going you now to be sure of for. Why are you rushing? Because at that instance, Ube JSS, Ube private, not 18 JSS new Kawari, a general Obetunya. JSS, we SS, any time SS 4 years.
Okay.
Oko SS 4 years.
For time.
Ube we are now 20 years. We are 20 years. A Juma Ben Aube to me and Uncle for about Aberton also. We are Alco University. Before Ube you are in. At that point, that's where you are gathering resources. That's what you are saying. So that's where you, by grace, you get a job. You are now bettering yourself. And then when you have been able to settle a little that you can take care of another lady, then you go in. So you don't need to rush. And at that time, God being so good, you have studied the people that you are with, and then you can get a beautiful. The Bible say that he will find a wife. So don't rush.
Are you saying?
No, listen.
So are you saying
Listen,
that?
right now.
Are you saying that every young person that comes out of university, so you are making the whole thing like it's a standard that you should not get married at an early age?
That's my standpoint. That's my
No,
view.
so that is your point of view. So if you are saying that if you are making it a standard, I know there are a lot of young people who are doing so well. They are doing so well, and mind you, see, I mentioned that when you find a good wife, you obtain some favor from God. You see, when I entered into marriage, okay. I started with a single room. Mm-hmm. Now, two better heads that are together, working like we are putting,
Resources
exactly.
together.
When you marry at that age, you get some. I'm not saying that when you are not married, you are not, but I'm just saying that, you see, you get some sense of responsibility. There is this sense of responsibility that comes when you marry at that age. Okay, it also makes you focus. Now you know that you are married. Now let me focus on my academics. Okay, is it children that you want to give birth to? You focus and do that. So
your point is that you marry early and then you start building your life and the family and everything. So that's your point.
Exactly.
So you think that one is good?
To me, I'm not saying it's good, but when you find the right person, when within yourself you know you are ready to get married, financially you should also be okay. I'm not saying you should you should not be having money when you are no, definitely you can't get married without money, but you should be financially okay.
From my point,
no,
you
but,
hate it there.
You are saying that you should get it all. You can't
get it all.
You can't get it all. You can't get it all before you enter into marriage.
Yeah.
You can't get it.
So Odale wants to say something.
So I think we are all saying the same thing.
I think so. Yeah, exactly.
I think we are all saying the same thing, but from different angles. Yeah. So you can meet a woman that will say that, okay, I don't see anything wrong with that. Honestly, he took it from the Christian perspective. I would want to sway away a little from there. I don't see anything wrong with a woman who wants a man who is fully established. that is how society has made it. So if Brajon is saying that he wants to be established before going in for a woman, that's totally fine as well. But just like he said, it depends the person you are getting married to. Because, Mami Osofo, you are, would your salary at the end of the month, would you 800 be? Then you've seen this fine woman, you want to marry the woman. This woman is in a Range Rover.
Hey,
Like, do you get it? It's in a range of, like, you have to meet the person's standard. So now, is your salary going to be able to take care of this woman? Mind you, sometimes when you go in, I for one say that we should not give power to women, too much power to women.
Why?
When it comes to marriage. Women, the moment I see that, okay, I bring 1,500 cedis to the house, and then my husband brings 800. Like, do you get it?
Oh, so the respect to
Yeah, women, it's the truth. Women, we are like that.
Okay.
Women are powerful, but when too much, so I'm always saying that in the marriage, like, it should be husband here, woman a bit, because if a woman is the one taking care of the house, our men do so well. They do so well. The things that men do for the house. If a woman is doing it, the women will complain. Even taking care of our children, buying an eraser for your child, do you know how I suffered to get that money? And they are coming to pay bills. So a man should be financially stable to marry. And if the man is, right now we have people being rich at 18. If the man is 18 and they want to marry an 18-year-old, please, it's the money we want, no?
So what about the woman?
So, and the woman, me as a woman, there is no way I am entering a marriage when I am not financially stable. Because I want
So
to...
yours is finances.
Yeah, I want to be able to get up and then say that I want to buy this wig that is 1,500 without having to beg my husband for it. My husband will say,
Meanwhile, you love it.
Meanwhile, I love it. So I want to be able to get up and then buy that bag for myself. So I want to be financially stable. I want to be able to randomly, my husband comes, up to a car. I want to be ready.
Hey.
Yeah, I want to be ready.
Chale.
So, yeah.
Who are you?
So I want to be ready because what we expect from men,
Okay.
we should do same for them. You want to come home with flowers. I want my husband to come home with, they paid me today. Take 5%.
So career woman sort of.
Yeah, take 5%. I want to be able to take my husband out.
Okay.
Not my husband. Like, we need to coordinate. My
Okay.
husband is financially stable. I am financially stable. We do whatever we want and we do it well.
Okay.
Mami Osofo, if there is no money, how are you going for the vacations?
Yes, so but let's look at in our setting as Guineans. You see, well, last when we were talking about the economy and all that, and we Ghanaians too, ladies, most of the ladies are not working. You see, some from SS drop out. They may be doing hairdressing and creating those things. They don't earn much. It's only a few of us who are able to get to the top, like being a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, those jobs. And so, are you trying to say that those on that level, they should wait and get all before they get into marriage?
Not at
or
all.
Maybe what? Yeah.
Not
tell
at
me.
all. So I think in our Ghanaian setting, a man chooses a wife. So if
But nowadays, women are also choosing.
you have to be standing on something to be choosing your wife, to be choosing your husband. I mean, you have to be standing on something
But
because
if I've seen a young man that I
then I'm not
okay.
you have everything. Me, if I say I like you. What's up? Because I'm standing on something. I
Okay.
have something.
Okay.
But a man chooses a wife. So if say Brajon sees this girl who dropped out of school and then feels like, okay, I can marry this woman. I can take care of this woman. Again, financial stability. I can take care of this woman. Now you don't mind the woman being a housewife. Again, financial stability. If you don't have it, how can you take care of someone who? Because he said 2 better heads
Yeah.
is better than
Then
one.
if we are saying that this is, then it means Those who are not working, they shouldn't marry you.
No. So when a man sees a woman that's I want to marry, the woman is not working, it is not a problem. It is when a woman who is working decides to marry a man who is not working. I'm not so that's where the problem is.
Okay.
I know that we want to swear away from it, but it is a problem.
Okay.
And sometimes society is making women rush into marriage. So even if the man is not well to do to their standard, they take it anyway. And then they go and suffer. But a man marrying a woman who is not working is never a problem. But a woman marrying someone who is not working,
It's a great problem. Don't go. You want to say something?
I think she hit on my last point. For me, my point is strongly on men. For women, if you are a woman and you get a man who's working, as she said, it's dicey. You can't manage the family. But as a man, it's difficult for you to even get certain things to sustain your own self. Sometimes it's difficult to even feed, maybe 2 times a day. It's difficult. But God being so good, you are now knowing yourself. You are now establishing your vision. A lot of people even don't get their vision, as my brother said. So I think, as a man, take your time. Know your vision for your life. Take your time. Build yourself. Build your relationship with God strongly. And
started knowing himself at the age of 12 years. So from 12, the person knows this is the calling God.
that is an
This
aspect.
is what God wants me to do. So,
Yes, mommy.
exactly.
That is an aspect. Mommy,
Yeah.
but financially, in this Ghana economy, I said that financially, you can only be established at the age of 18 to 20. If your
Really?
parents...
But this
If
time,
your
this is
parents-
your
When-
YouTube.
when-
Sure.
when you
YouTube
say
is-
I think you have
it is
wild-
1 out of 100%.
No.
John, I think you have very wild perspectives.
Yeah.
In Ghana, mommy also in Ghana as a
No,
standard,
right now.
it is 1% out of 100% who are doing well 18 years.
I see.
I'm telling you the truth. Research, we can research and see. A lot of us, because of the way our economy is and the way we are brought up,
Okay.
you need to take your time. At the age of 18, you are now doing something. But I don't think you are established so well to a point that unless your parents are both blood,
That brought brother among
but
the
yes, there are people who are so fortunate. They have the maturity, but financially, it is not them that is sponsoring everything.
Brajon. So
But it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Brajon.
But if you are like me, I mean, also take your time.
From the pitch.
Yeah.
Brajon. So someone obi mama betimi abo brahma no. And then the person is like rich at 18. It's not grounds for him to get married. Brajon, do you get it? It is not grounds
So
enough.
that's why I said that. Then it means that you can settle because the money is there, but you are mature too.
No.
No.
What she said, yes.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm also saying that anybody who can get umami and now like family about Brahma, I'll wait to me as certain. It means that as my brother is saying, you started knowing yourself.
No.
So I think
God.
No.
Brajon.
Oh, okay, let me make my point.
Brajon.
Let me make my point.
Have you seen the
I'm saying
beast?
that in Ghana here now, there are about 1 out of 100% at the age of 18 to 20 who can settle. Those 1% who can settle at that age, maybe they are mature, they know themselves. And by God being so good, they are financially stable because where they
But
come
even
from.
that 18 years,
Yeah.
you just finished SHS.
That's what I'm saying. 18 to 20. What are you doing in marriage?
you see,
I mean, so who can there or married?
So I
Take
think
your
that
time,
we are. I
woman.
think we are
I think
circling
we are
around
around
18, but 18 is not the case.
30
Yeah.
years. That within that range.
exactly.
So,
see,
like I was
Because
saying,
in now they said when you are 18, then you are
In-
matured
legally.
And so let's say
Exactly.
from 18 to 30 years, that's what we are.
Mami
we are
also,
talking about.
there are
or-
pros and cons as to get married
exactly.
early or not.
Not
Exactly.
yes, that's
Some
what we are
people,
saying.
some people choose to marry early because they've seen this person, they want to grow together. They want to grow together, get the things together. Some women are of the opinion that person in worry in term, give birth to my child early so that when I finish, I'll make my life. Yeah. So I'm still going to stick to the fact that it's very much dependent on the factors available and the factors on the grounds. So if what is your reason for getting married? I have my reason for not being married now.
Exactly.
If she's getting married at 25, she has a reason. It's working for her. It doesn't mean that because that be hey
Exactly,
would you be
exactly my point.
like really it's
So it shouldn't be a standard that okay,
there's no standard.
because I'm married at the age 20,
Mm-hmm.
everyone should also get married at 20. No, you see, and I think we are also looking at marriage. You know, we've been also whitewashed, brainwashed with how marriage is supposed to be. Marriage is a union between two people. Marriage is a union between two people. And in Ghana, you can go to the court, sign, you are married. So I think the whole thing of getting money and it is good. It is good. But I think we also, because we are following what the whites are doing, where they have to organize parties, like a lot of people have come in with this new thing to marry. You can
Trust
get-
me,
yeah.
Ishmael, even the whites don't do this these days. They don't do those things.
You see, so it seems that we in Africa now has even copied something that is not, because you can just marry and then you just some few people go sign and then you start your life.
You start your life.
Exactly.
So the point we are making right here is that yes, it is good to marry early, but it depends on you whether you are matured or not.
I beg to differ from there. I don't think we should put a yes or
yes,
no on
exactly,
it.
yeah.
Okay. So
It's simply the person getting married. If you are ready, get married. If you are not, and I think everybody knows if they are ready. Some people are getting married because they are pressured. There are some people who
It's a
have
wrong
35
motive, yeah.
years who are not ready to be married, but they need to marry so that society won't say, "Omo bombrewa."
okay.
They are not, you know that you can't wake up to there was this thing trending on social media. They asked that, when did you realize you were married? Someone said after work she was going to her father's house when it's clear that her address has changed. She mentally prepared, no. She said when she woke up and she stood on her feet one weekend to cook from morning till evening, and she realized that she has messed up. She's not ready. So I think we know. We know when we are ready, but it's society.
It's society.
And-
It's
So
society.
society is putting
And
pressure
Mami
on
also,
us.
yeah, and
That's
Mami
what
also,
you're
if you are
saying.
not ready, if both partners are not ready, if the man is ready, the woman is not ready, the marriage is going to be very, very hard.
So the point we are making is that
You have to be ready.
You have to be ready.
You have to.
Exactly.
You have
The
to be
age,
ready.
how
The
early, how
early,
late
yeah.
doesn't matter.
doesn't
You have to be
matter.
ready.
No,
So
Yeah.
that is their point.
That's it for you.
For me, I still stand. Don't lie.
You know, but
Okay.
but if you
Yeah,
are
that-
standing
this
by,
is the same thing.
so if you
You
are
know.
standing by, you see, you should also remember there are biological factors when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
You know, it is scientifically proven that at a particular age, between the 20s and then I think 30, like, yeah, a woman is fertile for
Yeah.
giving birth. Some of these are also factors one should consider if you want to get married.
Okay.
These are also factors that
Brian Ishmael,
yes, ma'am.
I was really, really hoping that you don't bring the biological factor into it.
Okay.
Because again, I will say that so marriage is very different to it comes very different to me. I don't think any factor at all should make you get married when you are not ready. None at all.
yes.
Really,
That
like you, a woman. You know,
No,
women who have
stop,
expiring
mommy.
dates.
So for mommy,
But you know that we have expiring
yeah,
dates.
we have. See, this expiring date has landed women in a lot of trouble.
So don't rush. Don't rush.
So I don't
No.
think there
So,
should be
but that doesn't
anything,
mean
any
you should rush.
reason.
Okay.
That doesn't
There
mean
should
you
be.
rush,
I don't
yeah.
think we should put
But
a time on it.
but I think you have to also, as a young lady, you have to calculate this because your age, when you are getting to from 25 to 40 years and you are not married, it should bother you.
It will bother you, but how are you going to
You
take
see,
it?
I think most people also have a lot of misconception about marriage. That's why some also tend up to stay a longer age and then they are not married. A lot of people think there is a perfect match for one another.
Yeah.
So the person is looking for that perfect man, that perfect woman. So okay, this one comes. No, it's not in my books. This one comes. No, it's not in my book. And you are growing, but you still want to marry. So
Yeah.
if we clear some of this misconception also, it will also help. And marriage is a preparation. Like before you get married, you don't stand today and say that I'm going to marry. No, you start like even the rich people plan before they do something.
But in life,
So
you have
need
to plan. Yes,
exactly.
for-
So you
for
don't
that
stand up
matter.
today and
For
say
that
that,
one,
oh,
yeah.
okay, tomorrow I'm getting married. You plan. You have to start dating. You have to be friends with the person.
Process,
It's
you
a
know.
process, and so sometimes there are some ages you get also if you really want to get married. That as you grow, the circle that you meet, it's limiting. So as you are in school, you are open, you are exposed to a lot of people. You are able to see characters, you are able to when you complete school, you are now limiting yourself to either workspace or church space.
Okay.
So your let me say your basket to pick from is now getting limited.
Okay.
When you get to a particular age, now you only come to church or you only go to work. You are unable to come to church, so you are unable to see the nice ladies in the church. You are also just limited to, and so like some of these things are also. I'm not saying again that we should rush into marriage at an early age, but when you get the opportunity to marry and you are settled, you are well to do, like you've gotten that.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So there are
Mami
so many
Osofo,
things that you have to put together.
Mami Osofo, you see, the maturity comes in now. When he was talking, he said that some people are their perception about marriage. So way back, then they take the person off, they take it. So that person, no matter what you do, that person is not ready to get married. That is when the maturity starts. If someone keeps anybody that is looking for a perfect match to marry, that person is not ready to marry. Hence, waiting till 45 years and still single.
And at that point, that's
So
when
the
the
person-
pressure comes. And
Yeah, the person
you
is
are
not
forced
ready
to
to get
pick
married,
anything
and
you
then
want.
the
Yeah.
person will never be ready to get married until he or she accepts the reality on grounds. You are not going to get a perfect match.
Exactly.
So that is when the maturity comes in. A matured person would know that you will not get it 100%. So I can get a 60 and then work around it. And then maybe the 40 is on my side. So I give in the 40 and then we make it work. But someone who is not matured, oh no, my husband has to be taken tall. He has to be working this. He has to be doing that.
from
That
this
person
family
is
and
not
stuff.
matured. It doesn't matter the age. That person is not. So that is when the maturity comes in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Mami also, I think they are all signed with you. So in all what we are
No,
what
you are trying
Age?
to
Okay,
make
You are
fine.
talking about
Yeah.
age. We are not.
I'm not
you are making marrying late a standard.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
my point is, Mami also,
Yes,
as I
but
keep saying,
I
my
like
point
it.
is,
Yeah.
it's good. Get to know yourself, as they are all saying. Get something on your hand. Even God asks Moses,
Yes.
what do you have in your
Yes.
hand? You
Which
get-
preacher?
So I think don't rush.
Yeah.
Get
for
something
sure.
in your hand as a man. And if God being so good, you go and meet a woman who also has something in her hand. You
You will enjoy.
sit and then you
So,
have a beautiful,
Mami Osofo,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see,
a beautiful marriage.
what Ishmael
Ishmael.
is saying, if you have everything, why not marry? Like, if you have everything and you've met a good one, has landed a lot of people in problem.
Eh.
What this man is saying, don't rush, has ended a lot of people in problem. So I think that I'm still with the be ready.
But you see, the God factor
Yes.
is very, very important because as a child of God, just as our brother just started, even when you want to marry and you don't put into prayer, you don't pray about it well, no matter what, you make a mistake.
Yeah.
Because when it is God, He is the creator
Yeah.
of this whole
Yeah.
institution.
And
And He knows you. He knows who will be compatible. So,
just
yeah.
to chip in, I started praying. I started praying about who I will marry when I was in SHS. That was when I started praying. And mind you, if I went to my wife now, by then, with a proposal, I want to be your girlfriend. I want you to be my. She would have bounced me because, as at that time, she was like she needed a friend. So we started with friendship. We miss some of these things. Like we just think that okay, let me get.
This is a young man talking.
Let
Young
me get
man
everything
talking.
and then like you need to, even whilst you are getting your money, whilst you are getting yourself established, you need to be making friends.
Yeah.
You need to know people. You need to learn about people, and
Yeah.
so that when you are ready, or you have all, like we are saying, maybe Rajon is saying that when you are having your car, you will not be struggling to pick from, because already you have someone who is your friend. You have someone who you have shared,
Yeah, who
you know. And mind you,
understands
when
you.
you have a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
there are certain things that, or a boyfriend, there are certain things you don't share, because there is that boundary that this person is my boyfriend, this person is my girlfriend. But when you are friend with somebody, you share everything. Like you tell
You
the
pour
person
out
everything.
your heart.
Exactly.
I agree 100%. I am always saying that. Mami Osofo, I am always saying that me, as I sit here, there is nothing on this earth that will make me marry someone who is not my friend. Because, like he's saying, if we are friends, you know all the corners of the things that I do. You know the things that I do so well, but if I'm with you as your boyfriend, now I'm trying to impress you so that you marry me one day. So I hide some things about me.
Yeah.
And then you go into marriage and say, hey, what I ordered versus what I got. But when you are friends with this person, the person knows your weakness, knows your strength, knows when not to joke with you. Very important.
Very
And knows when to joke with you. So marrying
the
your
person
friend,
knows
yes,
you well.
and marrying your friend doesn't necessarily mean that marry from someone you've been friends with. So this is what I want to do. If someone approaches me, okay, I like you, I would want to. What I'm always telling them is that I think we should be friends first. Let's be friends. I want to see you as my friend. I want to play with you as my friend. Then we can carry that on.
Yeah, then we can carry that. And we can carry that. You see, this was it. Yeah, this for Donko. They said, Charlie, nyasikano. Now nyasikana. Ninyina bebem. And ish. And Odale, they are also saying that, Charlie, that one there, if you get it sharp, but mature, knowing who you are, no, just say, this is what I want, this is what I want to do, and all that. And so I believe that as Christians, if we put everything in God's hands, God will direct us. It's very, very important as young men and women, the upcoming, you have to take your time and then pray about your marriage. And I keep on telling my kids right now, as young as they are, I tell them, pray about your future husband. It is very, very important, because if you don't pray about your future husband, you don't know what you will get. But if you start praying about it, I want him, I want fair, I want tall, I want short, I want medium, I want this, and you do all the description to God and you put it in prayer, when the person comes, you know that, me don't pay ni. Then what the Bible said has come to pass. So on this note, I want to thank.
I have a question for Rajon. Rajon, right now, are you rich enough?
No.
So you're still waiting.
Nobody can be waiting. Every brigade is looking for man. My richness, or me saying don't rush, I'm saying get something in your hand.
Okay, so please, I want to know. I want to know as a sister.
Get working, get paid.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh,
to
then
I've been
Rajon is rich.
I've been ready for a very long
Rajon
time.
is rich.
I've been ready for a very long time.
Just as right now, as we are talking, and somebody posted, they said, what if you are dating and the lady get pregnant out of the dating? Will you go ahead to marry her or not? So as we are maybe.
I'm going to take this question.
Okay.
I'm going to take this question because I have a child myself, but I'm not married.
Okay.
I'll say it again. There should not be anything that will make you marry except when you are ready.
Except when
nothing at all.
Not even the pregnant.
Nothing. Mami Osofo. Nothing at all. Nothing at all should make you marry when you are not ready. It's okay. You got pregnant. It's okay. Having a child doesn't mean that you're going to have a fruitful marriage.
Okay.
So,
So having a child with someone doesn't.
it doesn't. Yeah, people get married, they give birth, and they divorce. People are entering at marriages with their children they gave birth to in the old marriage. So, child is not a guarantee for a successful marriage.
Okay.
However, when you get pregnant, so what I did was when I got pregnant, I got the pressure, get married, and that kind of thing. I'm like, nah, nothing will make me marry when I am not ready. And I think that's one of the best decisions that I made.
Okay.
Because when there is something that is pushing you into marriage, then you don't see all the other things that will happen. Okay, I'm pregnant, I have to marry. Society will talk. Now you enter the marriage and that so they are doing this to you, they are doing it. How are you coming out? I would rather have a child and not married than get married because I'm pregnant and then be living a very terrible life. So I would say it again, nothing on grounds should make you marry when you are not ready. It should be on your terms.
It should be on your terms. It should be on your terms. I see. Charlie. Hello. Oh, this is wonderful. This is so wonderful. This is so beautiful. Oh, we thank the Almighty God so much. In fact, tonight, I know we've learned a lot. So now our brothers and sisters, they are telling us that, Charlie, you have to be ready. Be ready. Body, mind, soul, and everything. Be ready. Don't let anything push you into marrying early. If you are ready and you are 25, you are 20, you are 18, just as we are saying, and you think you are ready, go for it. But if you think you are not ready, John is saying that if you think you are you are not ready for marriage, please wait. Wait till you get all that the best
Very necessary.
those things before you marry. Right now, the decision is in your hands, our viewer, and all those who are listening to it. This is your hands. If you are in this situation, we have advised you that this is the way to go. But most importantly, pray about it. Invite God into it. Marriage is not an easy thing. Marriage is a long-term something. You are not going in and coming out. So they said till death. Until what ya brewa aya kokora poso and sana. Or what it them. And please take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Pa. I said take 3 times or 4 times I've mentioned this. It means take your time and marry. So we want to thank our panelists for, coming to help us discuss this. I know it has been a blessing. Our last edition, we talked about it. A whole lot of points came out. It was interesting. I know today too, it has been interesting. So I want to thank them. I want to thank our brother Ishmael Kwashi. Brother Ishmael, thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Yeah. You've given
I
us.
enjoyed your show. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. We will invite you again.
Thank you.
And I hope you will come.
Come.
Thank you. And then our brother, John the Donko. Yes, he has also made his point. So, John, thank you very much.
Welcome,
The last,
and I enjoy my brothers.
they say they've enjoyed themselves, actually. So, thank you so much for coming. May the Lord continue to bless you. And then our lady, now, Dale Wellington. Yeah, Eska. It's just by the way. So we say thank you very much. That when we invited you, you came and then you have supported us. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. Yes. And we also want to thank our crew, those who came to help us. In fact, they have done a good job. And our sponsors also. Our sponsors have also done a good job. Anytime we come, they help us with so many things. We have Poshke. Poshke has been sponsoring us with detergents. And then Beck's Classic coming. We are so grateful. We are so grateful. You've been a good audience. We are so grateful to you. We are so grateful to you. So we have A.A. Couture, that's Mary Jehu, who has been helping us sewing our dresses for us. And her number, in case you want someone to sew a nice dress for you, you can call on Mary Jehu, that's the A.A. Couture. Her number is 02429243331. That's Mary Jehu. And then we have Tilly's cousin. Tilly's cousin, and her name, the manager is Matilda Noy, and her number is 02795046698. And then we have Beck's Classics. That's Rebecca Chicho's number. Her number is 0244994814. Yes, that's Beck's Classic. 0244994814. And then the Poshke cleaning services. That's Portia, the manager. Her number is 02417893348. 02417893348. And then we have Care for Beauty Salon and Studio. Care for Beauty Salon and Studio. She does all my hairs for me and my makeups and everything. She does it. She does a good job. If you really want a beautician for your wedding, engagements, birthdays, whatever, when you call on her, she'll come and give you just a bit chow for you. And the manageress, her number is 027-355-9855. 027-355-9855. So these are our sponsors. They've been sponsoring us. They are in this church. And in fact, we have to thank them for the good job they are doing. Want to thank all our crew for today. We have Brother Quay here. We have Dawson here. We have Prince Enyimedu here. And then we have our brother Raymond here. And then our sister Rebecca. We want to thank all of you for the time spent. May God richly bless you. And I'm your host, Mrs. Felicia Akushi. And I want to say a big thank you. May the Lord bless all of us. See you in our next edition. Please kindly like our page, all our social media. When you like it, nice. rpkdmmc. rpkdmmc. You just go there. All our programs are there. Our church services and everything that we do here is there. Go like it. Listen to us. Okay? And come to church also. We are ready to receive you. Yeah. Thank you very much. See you in the next edition. Bye-bye.